because Geo Group, a multi-billion-dollar private prison company, thinks it can walk all over Jersey, thinks it can walk all over Newark, thinks it can walk all over the people. But we are here to say that not here, not in New Jersey, not in our communities. When I say people, you say power. People, power. People, power. When I say immigrant, you say power. Immigrant, power.
I'm here as a faithful disciple of Jesus Christ. Just this weekend at my church, we preached about how the Apostle Paul, who was, before he was a Christian, persecuting Christians. He had a list of names. He was kicking in doors. He was binding Christians and dragging them to religious elites so that he could be disappeared. When Paul encountered Jesus, he stopped this practice. And Jesus said to him, "What you do to the least of these, you do to me." And so my message is simple. As a faithful person, are we going to follow Jesus or are we going to deport Jesus?
We have Mayor Baraka here, and we stand with Mayor Baraka to say, ICE out of Newark! ICE out of Newark! ICE out of Newark! ICE out of Newark!
Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're out here at 451 Miss Avenue. I'm out here with our mayor. There are so many things going on right now in our country, but here in Newark, New Jersey, we are concerned about the illegal activities that are taking place on these premises. They might say that it's legitimate for them, but they have actually infiltrated our city, put individuals in, I would say, captivity, because we really don't know what's going on inside that building. We don't know the health conditions of that building. We're very concerned about the conditions of the spaces that they're holding these people in this place. So that's why I'm down here. I'm down here with Mayor Baraka and all of the officials from the city of Newark to just see what's going on and what are they doing with these people and the conditions of the people.
We don't know if they have women, children, or anybody in here. All the stuff that they do in disregard of the public is ridiculous.
No fear, no hate, no ICE in our state. No fear, no hate, no ICE in our state.
There is very little legal defense for immigrants in our state at this moment, and it is insanely irresponsible opening up a detention center that is 4 times bigger than the one we currently have at the Elizabeth Detention Center.
What we've noticed in the Detention Watch Network in other areas, other states, other localities is that like ICE will promise all these things and then leave municipalities outside the conversations. So like you think that you're able to be part of the conversations that ICE is having with these private companies, but at the end of the day, it's a contract between the federal government, ICE, and the private prison company, and they're not really going to be paying to get in a situation. As you see here, like the mayor has done so much to try to see the inspections. We are in a very contaminated area, and they're not allowing him inside. So it is a lot of layers of secrecy. They know exactly what they're doing, and they just kind of, it's a federal overreach where they're disregarding the wants of like the municipalities and the actual people.
We were here when Bush was here! We've been here for decades. The faith community, the immigrant rights community, we've all been standing up and saying no to places like this.
That is the building manager that we spoke to. He is trying to get us access to the building. He assured us that he's going to give us a call today to get us access to the property. He's saying that he's still relying on this idea that ICE needs to give them permission to allow us in the property, allow us in the building. They have not come down here. They have not said anything. They're not saying anything to us. we still have to deal with this group, the Jewish group. So I tell you this thing, we're gonna come down here every day until they let us in. We're gonna give them a citation today. We give them a citation for not allowing us in yesterday. We give them a citation for not allowing us in today. We're gonna put those in the court. We also give them a citation for blocking the fence up.
Mayor, what's your main goal throughout all this?
Well, one, we want them to follow our rules. We want to follow our laws. We want them to follow the laws that the people of this city and this state put in place, right? The laws to keep people safe. You can't just go in a building and open it up without a certificate of occupancy. You can't say I have a certificate of occupancy for 20 years ago without doing any inspections. You can't change things or fix things. And if you do all of that, even if you say you didn't do that, we have a right to check. Fire officials can go anywhere they want to go. When they come into a property, they can go to any business, any building to check the codes. They have the right to do that. So does health officials. They have the right to do that. Right? The health officer has more rights in some instances than police officers. So they have the ability to go in these buildings and check to see if the safety is correct. And then it was one thing to just have employees and workers in there, which I think is wrong too. There's another thing now to have detainees in there as well. Now everybody is at risk. If there's something that happens here and our first responders have to respond to this property and we don't know anything about it, we put everybody at risk, right? And this is absolutely incorrect. And the $60 million a year shouldn't be the reason that they get to, go afoul of our laws here in the city of Newark, in a state that were put in place for a reason, right? I didn't put them in place. I'm just, trying to execute them, right? And honor them. And that's really what this is about. It's really like it's so frustrating that they get to have the ability to tell our folks that they don't have any authority to come into buildings. Our federal buildings get checked. The FBI, we have an FBI building in the city of Newark, right? They go through the same processes. I don't understand how these people get to disregard all of that.
But they had violations.
Yes.
You have been inside.
I haven't yet. We've been in once. We did an initial walkthrough. After weeks and weeks and weeks, the judge told them to let us in. They finally did that.
You're trying to see if they followed up on what you.
Yeah, well, we're still in court. So at the end of the day, to put detainees in the building while we're in court, check into the violations, the ultimate disrespect. And we still argue that they need a certificate of occupancy. And if they don't have that, then they shouldn't be in the building. Nobody should be in the building. They don't have a certificate of occupancy. They're arguing that they don't have to have one. We're arguing that they do. And that's the reason we have courts. Because when people have conflict or impasse, the courts resolve that for us. That's what happens in democracy. You don't just do what you want to do outside of the court. And that's what's happening today.